Welcome to Tea Time. I'm Doug Landstrom, your host and golf historian. I'm also a member of the Golf Travel Writers Association and the Golf Writers of America. Today we're at SUNY Delhi. We've got a very special show. SUNY's about an hour and a half southwest of Albany. It's a beautiful drive and it's very easy to get to. Instead of one feature today, we're going to have 5 features. Delhi has a great golf course and they have 4 academic golf programs. You can learn how to be a golf pro here, a great occupation. You can also learn how to be a club manager, and they have 2 turf programs, so you could become a club superintendent. I had a chance to sit down with Dr. John Nader. He's the provost, and he's going to give us an overview of SUNY Delhi.
SUNY Delhi is one of the ascendant campuses in the university system presently. We have more and more good things going on every year here with a growing number of academic programs. Delhi, within the past dozen years, has grown from about 1,800 to over 3,000 students, and we offer very high quality, nationally recognized programs at both the associate and baccalaureate levels.
Give us an outline of some of your facilities.
SUNY Delhi has exemplary facilities. Behind me you can see the new Farrell Student and Community Center, which was a $20 million renovation completed about 2 years ago. It is the hub of the campus and houses a Barnes & Noble bookstore, dining facilities, recreation and artistic facilities. On the other side of me is the Resnick Library, which has gone through continuous upgrades over the past several years. And as you tour the campus, you'll see both at the Valley campus with our golf programs and elsewhere the quality of facilities that really have come to mark SUNY Delhi.
Now you have your centennial coming up next year. That's a big milestone. Do you have some special plans?
This is our centennial year, and we kick that off in May with a dinner featuring Chancellor Zimpher, and we will conclude it in May of 2013 with an enormous gala event as well. We're having events throughout the year that celebrate specific programs that are having anniversaries, as well as highlighting things about the college's background that are real points of pride for us.
And now you have academic golf programs here. Tell us how that fits in the mission of the university.
SUNY Delhi is really focused on experiential learning. A huge number of our students participate in 4-credit and even 4-pay internships, and our range of golf programs is probably premier among those. Our students visit some of the most prestigious courses in the country during the course of the academic year or during the summer. We have an 18-hole facility. We have a turf center. We are really the premier golf program college in the state of New York, and we run the gamut of opportunities between course and turf operations all the way through our professional golf management program that awards a bachelor degree.
John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're now at SUNY Delhi's 18-hole golf course, a beautiful place. Here with Tom Fillion, he's the director of the professional golf management program. Tom, tell us about that program.
Sure, Doug. Actually, just before I get into our program specifically, I think it's very important to point out that SUNY Delhi has one of the most comprehensive lineups of golf-related programs in the state, possibly the region. For instance, we have 2 turfgrass programs for aspiring superintendents. We have a club managers program for aspiring golf club professionals, or golf club managers. And then we have the PGM program for aspiring golf club professionals. The Professional Golf Management Program is a 4.5-year BBA. It's a business-based program with specialty courses in professional golf management. So it's also the golf-specific courses that we teach are Introduction to Teaching, Club Repair and Design, Rules of Golf and Tournament Operations, and Introduction to Customer Relations. So all the necessary courses for a young apprentice to learn the golf business and learn what a golf pro goes through. It's also, like I said, a business-based background because today's golf pros have to have that business knowledge to help the facility attain their bottom line goals. Along with our outstanding facilities here on campus, we have 3 PGA professionals on staff with over 60 years of experience in the golf industry. And our class size is also such that we can provide personal attention to each of the students. It's a 1 to 15 or 20 ratio, teacher to student ratio, so that's very important to the kids.
Now, we got a golf course here, which is unusual for a university to have their own golf course, and it fits perfectly into your program.
It does. We use the golf course extensively as a learning laboratory for the students. Many of our classes are held down here. during the middle of the day. So what student wouldn't love to get out of the classroom and on the golf course to learn? And the maintenance of the golf course is also, the students take part in that and play a big hand in that. So we give lessons down here. The kids practice or stay on top of their game down here, and it's a beautiful 18-hole course, as you'll see.
Now, your students have to do internships.
Yes. So internships are a big part of our program requirement. The students are required to do 4 different internships during their career at Delhi, and these provide practical hands-on experience for the kids to complement their classroom learning. The internships are typically summer. The first 3 are summer internships, and then the last one is a 5-month internship that typically leads to a full-time job. So the internships can be completed anywhere in the country or in the world, for that matter. We've had kids all over the place, and many of them go back to their hometown as well, but the world is their oyster, and they can really use these internships for experience and to build their resume for future employment.
All right, you mentioned your graduates. Tell us about jobs they get, and you have a 100% placement rate.
Yes, we do. That's exciting news for parents. I'm sure the students who graduate from our program and choose to stay in the golf business, which is most of them, all have jobs. Good jobs as first or second assistants around the country in the golf industry. So it's quite a selling point, and not only that, they have a business degree to back them up. So in case they choose to, if they change their mind and forego the golf industry, they still have a good background for business.
In addition to the fine golf course, you have lots of other facilities that support the program, and you're going to show us those later in the show. But first, let's do the tip of the week.
Hi, my name is Jim Lees. I'm the Player Development Coordinator for the Professional Golf Management Program here at SUNY Delhi. Today I'm here to give the tip of the week to our freshman student, Mitch Doviak from Johnstown, New York. Today we're going to try to help Mitch fix his slice, give a few tips on why people slice, and a drill on how to fix your own slice. Okay, so one of the things we're working with Mitch on today is how to cure his slice. A majority of golfers, whether it be Mitch, who's a pretty accomplished player, or the beginner player, struggle with slicing when they're hitting their tee shot. So he just hit one out there. It was nice and far, but it had a little bit of cut on it. So what happens in a slicing action, Mitch is getting to the ball pretty good, and then he's just pulling his arms across his body to finish, leaving the face a little bit open. And that creates what we call a cut spin that moves out to right field in baseball terms. We don't want to hit the ball to right field, obviously, in golfers' terms. So how we fix that, or what we try to do this with the intermediate player, the expert player, and this also comes into play with the beginner, is we try to get Mitch to work on turning his arms to the left, pulling with his whole body, his whole dominant side. When he's slicing the ball, he's just pulling his arms across his body, then his body comes, or it maybe kind of stays back on his right side. So when you deliver the club with your turn, your strong side of your body, not only do you get more power, but everybody's looking for that draw where the ball moves right to left and hits and lands and runs. When you move the club with your body, the face naturally closes without you doing it intentionally. And so now he's got the power of the club head moving with the strength of his core of his body, and he's going to hit it with Mitch. He's got a lot of natural leverage. He's going to power it a long way. There's a good little exercise that we show our students. You can do it at home, a beginner to intermediate player as well. It's called the belly drill. If you watch golf on television these days, they're doing it at the putting level, but we do it here with the full swing level 2. we work on just rotating to the right, coming through impact, and then finishing. And what this teaches you is how to move your arms and your body in a unified manner. If I pull, this is going to come out of my belly. Whereas if I turn, it's going to stay right in there. And now the head of the club is moving with the power of my body, and that's a perfectly timed golf swing. We'll eliminate the slice, give it a little natural drive.
Tee Time on Time Warner Cable Sports is brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We're here at SUNY Delhi University. Magnificent golf facilities here. We're here at the indoor practice, affectionately known as what?
As the bubble.
As the
Yes,
bubble.
It's our indoor practice facility. Students can hit balls in here. We have exclusive hours to practice in here. And you can see ball flight for about 75 yards before it hits the back of the wall. And the balls spin, and so it's a great teaching facility as well. And again, we bring our technology up here, our video cameras and things like that, so it's really well used during off season.
Now you have a special golf ball you use in here.
Yes, the Cayman ball, and that's for safety purposes. The Cayman ball flies about 1/3 of the normal distance of golf balls, and it doesn't bounce around as much, so for safety reasons we use that. But it feels and sounds and acts just like a real golf ball, so you can see slices and hooks and whatnot.
Well, within this facility you have a fitness center. Tell us about that.
Yes, we have a state-of-the-art fitness center right down the hallway here, and all students can use the fitness. We encourage them to use it to stay fit, but we also give our golf students a golf-specific regimen during the winter months, especially to help them stay fit and keep their specific golf muscles in shape.
Tom, we're here in your swing analysis lab. Tell us what goes on here.
Oh, this is one of our many on-campus facilities that we use to enhance our students' education. Obviously, and unfortunately, Delhi has winters and an off-season, so the kids have to stay on top of their game throughout the year, and this is a great spot for them to do it. We can have 2 people hitting at once. We have a putting green, a simulated putting green over here, and they can also chip in here as well. This is where we use our technology primarily. We have a V1 swing analysis software system to help them with their swing analysis, obviously. We have a launch monitor, state-of-the-art launch monitor that is radar-based, measures all different aspects of ball flight. And then we also have a TOMI putting analysis system to help with 4 different parameters of putting stroke.
Tell us about your swing analysis system. How does it help the students?
The swing analysis software is very common with golf instruction today. We videotape a student's swing from 2 different angles, down the line or face on, or both. And then we can load it onto the computer and show their swing, different aspects of their swing plane, weight shift, movement, compared to a previous swing. That student maybe made some swing changes and they're working on it, or somebody on the Pro Tour, we have a database of tour swings that we can use for comparative analysis.
This is really high tech.
It really is, and not only does it help the students with their own game, but they get to get their hands on this equipment and use it because they're going to be the teachers of the future. So it's a very important part of our program, and it's a great facility.
I'm here with Dave Jeanette. He's the president of the PGM program here at Delhi. Tell us why you selected this program and how it helped you. Your goal is to become a golf pro.
Yes, sir. Well, it's pretty close to home for me. I'm from the Albany area, so it's a short drive, under 2 hours. And it's much more affordable option than a lot of other schools with a similar program. And the facilities you just can't beat here. We have a ton of indoors, keeps you busy during the winters. A lot of technology, which you saw around here, keeps us busy and on the game. And when you want to become a club pro, you got to know how to use things and learn how to teach. And this gives you all the tools to do that.
Plus you do some great internships.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do my 4th and final one this year, being a senior. But I've already been to 3 different golf courses, 2 in the Schenectady area, Shaker Ridge Country Club and Schenectady Municipal. And I spent my last summer outside of Chicago, actually, in Illinois at Rich Harvest Farms. So they give you all the tools you need to go around the country and do the job you need to do.
And it's made you a better golfer.
Oh, absolutely. Much better pro, too.
right.
Much better teacher.
Dave, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.
Tom, we're in your club repair lab. Tell us what you do in here.
Well, this is a state-of-the-art club repair lab, as you said, which is a necessary skill for future golf professionals to be able to design and understand the playing characteristics of different golf clubs. So we use this as a learning laboratory. We have one unit of one of our courses is called club repair and design. Excuse me. And so we have the class in here, but it's also open during regular business hours for the kids to come on down and tinker with their club repair techniques and whatnot. But we have the state-of-the-art equipment. We have a loft and line machine that enables you to bend your clubs if necessary to make a consistent set throughout. We have 5 different stations, including a graphite shaft extractor, chop saw, sanding belt, every tool you need to do just about any club repair design.
Now, could you bend my driver so I hit a 350-yard draw? Huh?
It'll cost you.
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I've been joined by Dr. Ben McGraw, Associate Professor of Turf Science Programs, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the turf program here and the history of it.
Thanks, Doug. We have a couple of turf programs here, what are traditionally called turf grass management at most schools. We have specialized tracks for landscape turf, landscape design and management, general horticultural degrees, but we have these unique programs in golf course management, both 2- and 4-year programs. So students can get an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree in golf course management.
Now, you have a great program here. What sets you apart from the rest of the country?
Well, I think a couple of things, Doug. I think mostly the hands-on education. Our program really grew up with the golf course here when the golf course was constructed in the mid-'60s. That's when the department was being created. And because of that history, we've had just an intense working relationship with the golf course. Our students actually work on the golf course in a couple of classes, but all of our classes, whether it's a landscape and design class or if it's a golf course turf class, we use the golf course extensively, identifying grasses, plants, performing cultural practices such as mowing, irrigating, fertilizing, all of those things. Also, I think it's pretty unique that we have a professional golf management program, the club professional working with future golf course superintendents. So they kind of work hand in hand in a couple of classes. They work on special problems together, these large projects where they have to come together on both sides of the operation.
Now, tell us about your internships.
We require a very formalized internship in both the 2-year associate's program as well as the 4-year bachelor's program. Unlike most schools, these are very, very intense 3-month to 6 to 9 month in the final year of the 4-year internship. All of our student internships are paid for, so not only are they getting college credit, but they're earning money during the summertime. Most, if not all, provide housing, meals, and uniforms with them. So it's really a good deal. It's a great educational experience, and they come back to college with a little bit of pocket change as well.
Now, you have a lot of facilities available to you here. Tell us about those.
We do. Again, our history is tied to the golf course, and what you see in the mid-'90s when we expanded the golf course to include the new 9, the back 9, we saw a lot of industry support for our program as well as the golf course. So manufacturers like Toro, Jacobs, and John Deere, as well as Clark Companies of Delhi, New York State Turfgrass Association, all of these organizations donated money, and from that money we were able to build a turf educational facility which houses a classroom for the traditional classroom setting, as well as a hands-on shop where students can take apart engines or learn how equipment works, build irrigation systems and the like. So that was a large part. I mean, the other great facility we have here is the golf course. I mean, this is really unique as far as programs across the country where students can get out here, learn the management of different turf grasses, but also get hands-on experience with equipment before they're sent out on their internships or released into the wild, so to speak, on their jobs.
Ben, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Doug.
Tea Time on Time Warner Cable Sports is brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Your money is stretched in so many directions. Investing for your future may not be a big slice of the pie right now. Maybe it's time you had a financial advisor look at your complete financial picture, no matter where your money is invested, to create a plan designed to help get you to and through retirement. With you when you need a financial advisor, fully invested in you. Wells Fargo Advisors.
Hi, I'm Tom Fillion, Director of the Professional Golf Management Program here at SUNY Delhi with your Rule of the Week. Today I wanted to talk about positioning yourself on the extended line of a putt in either direction. Rule 14 addresses this situation, and it's illegal for a partner or his caddy to stand on an extended line of the player's putt in either direction, either behind the putt or on the other side of the hole. So if that is a penalty is breached, it's a 2-stroke penalty in stroke play, or if you're in match play, it's loss of hole. However, as most rules go, it's not that cut and dried. What about if your opponent is standing on the line of your putt? Well, oddly enough, there's no rule that addresses that situation. However, it is addressed in the section on etiquette, a very important part of the rule book. So in which it says that under the title Consideration for Other Players, you should not stand on the extended line of a putt of a player. And that goes for in the fairway as well. So whether you're on the putting green or standing behind somebody taking their full swing in the fairway, that's against the rules of golf if it's your partner or your caddy, and it's against the etiquette of golf if you're an opponent or a fellow competitor.
That's our show for today. Very special show from SUNY Delhi. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you want more information about their programs, go to their website, SUNY Delhi. We also want to hear from you. Our address is up on the screen, so send us your comments. We use them on every show. And remember, fairways always.